Influence. I used to think this was leadership hands down. Influence. John Maxwell has a saying: leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. While I agree with John, I don't think that is the ultimate leadership. I do think it's an important piece of leadership. And I think if you have influence, you've done something really well and you've led people, if you will. But I think it's almost like the beginning. So when I look at influence, I look at it as two things. Respect. So this is where you get into typical leadership of the idea that somebody respects you and they actually do what you tell them to do because they want to. Right? So let's think about that in our own lives. Let's think about that in business. Who has influence in your life? And let's take it away from even business. Who has influence in your life, period? Who are the people that have influence in your life? Maybe it's our mom, our dad, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, right? We respect them, but we also listen to them. And this is huge, because if we're not listening, we're not hearing, we're not doing. So who in our lives has the most influence, besides our parents, besides maybe our coworkers, like any other people? So, and this is one of those funny ones that I think a lot of times we know partially the answer to this, which is who are the people that influence us. But then there was another part to us that we don't understand who influences us. So you could say the media influences us. You could say culture. You could say your job. All of this boils down to environment. So as someone who's under leadership, the environment you put yourself in is probably, in my opinion, one of the most important things you do. Because this environment will dictate the amount of influence that's in your life and where it's coming from. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who are not the type of people you aspire to be like, and you're constantly in a situation of having to pull them up, now your environment is pulling you down. Because your environment is these people that you're respecting and listening to when they have never even gone to where you want to go. You will always be within 80% of the 5 closest people you have in your life, income-wise. So if most of your friends make $20,000 a year, you will make around $20,000 to $30,000 a year. If most of your friends make $100,000 a year, you will make close to $100,000 a year. If most of your friends make $10 million a year, you will make close to $10 million a year. Proven fact. Proven fact. Scientific study over every scientific study. So for me personally as a leader, I am very big on discerning and keeping certain respect and listening to out of my life that does not line up with where I want to go. So meaning I'm not going to take a lot of things to people that I casually know. It doesn't mean I don't value them as a person. It doesn't mean I don't respect them as a person. It doesn't mean I don't want to listen to them. What it means is, though, is I'm not going to allow them to have influence over my life in decision making because I don't want to be where they are. I want to be ahead of where they are. There's no way you can become a multimillionaire if you want to become a multimillionaire hanging around with people who are on food stamps. It's virtually impossible. And there's nothing wrong, like there are just people that go through struggles and they have hard times. Nothing wrong with that. But if your environment is consistently pulling you down, then that environment has super huge influence over you. And that influence will dictate everything that you do. If you value going out and partying all the time, then you're going to hang around with people that value partying and hanging out all the time. And you will become just like those people. So the only way then, not the only, but I guess the main way to get into a new level is to upgrade your environment. To essentially get around people that are ahead of where you are and where you want to be, and they will pull you into something greater.